What's up, everyone? Rich from Rich CCG Bets. Hopefully, y'all are doing well. Today, we're going to go over the Enchanteds. And so, we have all 18 Enchanteds revealed for the Reign of Jafar, and we are officially 1 week away from store release, in-store release. And so, like your LGS, and then a week later, it'll be available online. So, I thought might as well just go over what I think, and I want to make sure that I emphasize what I think the best Enchanteds are. A lot of them I think are going to fall in line with like what are going to be very popular and expensive. But I also want to extremely caveat. I've played the game like once. I'm wanting to learn more, but just time and busyness doesn't allow me to. And so I'm going off of like the arts and the characters and like the colors. I'm not going by playability. So something that I have ranked 18 out of 18 could be the number one card in the set because it's so playable, but I'm not going to go off playability. So I just want to get that out there before you guys run at me and say, hey, Rich, like this card's so playable, everyone's going to want to play this card. I'm not going off playability. Okay, at number 18, I have Desperate Plan. So this is from Raya and the Dragon. Personally, like, it wasn't a bad movie. I saw it in theaters with my kids, but I don't really care too much about the movie. There's the Namari, the girl on top, who she does have her enchanted in Rise of the Floodborn. It's pretty inexpensive because one, I think it's not playable, but two, just like the art's not that great, and three, the character, like no one's really attached to it. And although Raya is like a cool character, like I just don't think this card, again, unless it's playable, is going to be super valuable. I think it's going to be probably one of the lowest end cards, and for me, I just don't really like the art or the characters too much, and so that is going to be my bottom spot. Normally at 17, I have the Sword of Shan Yu. Normally, I would say an item card is going to be the worst card, but I just literally watched Mulan last weekend with my kids for the first time. They got bored, 6-year-old and 3-year-old, but I really enjoyed it, and I love Mulan. It's my wife's probably favorite Disney movie as a kid, and so just any callback to Mulan is, I just can't in good conscience put it at number 18, which is why it's number 17. But again, it'll probably be the lowest value card unless it's playable. Number 16, I have Wreck-It Ralph. I think if Ralph was like actually wrecking something, like doing something that he does, like hitting something like he does in the movies, I think that would have looked a lot better. But I just don't really like this art. The colors are kind of muted, and that's kind of for all three. You just have that yellowish red color. It's very muted, and I know it goes like with like the ink color that's assigned to it, but yeah, because it's so muted and kind of hard to see, the art's not great. That's why these three are going to be my number 18, 17, and 16 respectively. Going to number 15, we have some animals. I love animals. But we have Lady, and kind of just in that same ballpark. I just don't really like the colors on this. I do love Lady. I do love like the movie. Why am I blanking on the movie? But I want to say Fox and the Hound. Lady and the Tramp. Gosh, I was like, Fox and the Hound has a dog, but I know it's not that. Yeah, Lady and Tramp. Nothing against that movie. But I think Lady and Cusco as well, like I just don't like the kind of like shine effect on it, like the glimmering, shimmering effect on those cards. And we see those on the first three as well too. Cusco I have a step above Lady just because I do like the added color. It does pop a little bit more, and obviously it's Cusco, the best character from The Emperor's New Groove, especially in llama form, and so I have that at number 14. At number 13, let me see, 18, 15, 16, or 17, 16, 15, 14, yes. And at number 13, I have Perdita. I do love dogs. Blue is my favorite color, and so I do like how the colors stand out on this card a lot. Again, just the artwork, there really isn't much there. And you'll see these on all the artworks of these Enchanteds, which I love. There is like the sand, I'm blanking on what that's called, but from Aladdin. So I do think that's a really cool call out, but again, nothing too special with the art. At number 12, we do have Lilo, and Lilo is an incredibly popular IP from Lilo and Stitch, Stitch being the more popular one, but I do really like this card. You have like what looks like giant supersized Lilo. She's causing an uproar, as the card says, and I think that's pretty hilarious. Again, I like the colors. I think they pop out. she just seems so out of place with her elements. I do like the art more than the other cards, especially kind of like the leaves still kind of give that kind of Hawaiian feel, which is where Lilo and Stitch is based. But it's just something seems a little off with it. But I do like it more than the previous Enchanteds. The next one, so you have Wrong Lever. One of the most quotable lines from the movie Emperor's New Groove. And Kronk is hilarious, and I think just like the artwork like depicts that. You have Yzma just yelling at him like pull the lever, Kronk, and then wrong lever. It's just hilarious. It's so iconic, especially if you grew up like watching early 2000s Disney. And I do think like the artwork's really cool. You have the Jafar throne in the background, so just a callback to that as well too. And I just think the art's really cool. And here is where, so we have number 10. This is to me where the art like really steps up. Jasmine, I think that's a really cool art. Again, I'm a sucker for blues. I love the colors in there. I just think like Raja looks really cool and intimidating there, and Jasmine, like I think it's a really good artwork there. I really like the card, and with it being Rain of Jafar, you know, like you got to have these Aladdin cards higher up. I do love the movie Aladdin. Again, I don't know if it's going to be playable or not, but I think these like Aladdin themed cards are going to be a little bit more expensive. So that is why I have it at number 10. And at number 9, I have Captain Hook. I think this is the best Captain Hook Enchanted we've had so far. Again, I really love the artwork. I love seeing the pirate ship in there. The compass in the background is really amazing. And he's actually steering the pirate ship, and then you have the sand pirate ship, again a nod to Aladdin. Really great artwork. Like I like had it higher up, I had it lower, and then I kind of just like had a median. Like I couldn't decide where to put it, but that's eventually where it landed. Mother Gothel at 8. This is probably just going to be a lot lower on most people's lists, but I do love Tangled. I like absolutely love that movie. I think that might be like my wife's favorite Disney movie. So there's obviously some bias there. But my kids love Tangled. We listen to music all the time. Mother Knows Best. I know that's not the card, but that song is great. And I just love the artwork of, you have like the candles in the background, the candle festival, the castle in the background looks really good, and then that flower just pops so well in the colors. I think it's really great. Next we have is Bambi. I think this is just the cutest card in all of Disney Lorcana, in my opinion. Bambi is amazing. I think the artwork is just top tier. The reason I have it lower is just because I think some of the other characters are a little bit more popular. I have in my top 6, but I just think the artwork is amazing on this. They did a really good job with this, and so Aubrey did an amazing job. At number 6, we have Mushu. Again, like I told you, I just watched Mulan, so maybe this is why it's creeping up so high. But Mushu's freaking awesome. Eddie Murphy did such an amazing job with Mushu. He's so funny. All the adult humor that go over kids' heads in the movie are just hilarious. But I think it's a great artwork. Mushu flying. You've got Cricket on his shoulder. You've got Jafar's staff in the background with the cobra. Again, the colors are great. I really do love this Enchanted, and Mushu is one of my favorite like all-time Disney characters. So that's why he's at number 6. Number 5, we have the Fantastic and Magical, the family Madrigal. You have Mirabelle. I think just the artwork of her family in the background is absolutely amazing. You have the butterflies, mariposas, as they say in the song, and that's how you say it in Spanish. If you didn't know, now you know. I think just the artwork and colors on that like are top tier. Probably like the artwork is better than Rapunzel, who I have next to her. But I do like Rapunzel. Like I said, I'm a sucker for Tangled. I think Rapunzel is top tier for Disney princesses and just IPs in general. We have the Rapunzel card that was super playable in the first set, and so Rapunzel and Lorcana just are always just up there with each other, and so that's why you could have it 4 or top 3, but I have her at number 4, and that's just because top 3, in my opinion, are like some of the best IPs and like movies out there. So you have Stitch, Experiment 626. I love all the Stitches in the background. He's just being crazy. He's got his gun, his tongue out. Like I think the artwork on that's amazing. I like it a lot more than the Rockstar Stitch, which is like arguably the most popular Stitch card out there. The promo that you get for like an event is amazing. Into the Unknown. I think this will be the top card of the set. I think this artwork is amazing. Let It Go obviously is going to be the number one card, or I guess it's like Elsa Ice Queen for first enchanted, not Let It Go. Um, yeah, Elsa, like the Snow Queen or Ice Queen or something like that. That will always, I think, be the number one card in all of Disney Lorcana. But like, I honestly think this artwork is better. I really like it a lot more. It's you get to see all of her and some background rather than just like a zoomed up picture. Over the sets, like the art just gets better and better. You can't argue that. Like the colors are better, the actual artwork's better. They pop a lot more and they feel like enchanted, rather than just having like an enchanted symbol at the bottom. Like they look it, they just overall seem like, wow, these are amazing cards. Even like the Raya and the Dragon one that's number 18, like that still just pops a lot more than some earlier sets. But at number one, it means no worries. Hakuna Matata. Lion King is just, I'm like the biggest Lion King stan. I probably like the best 2D animation Disney in my opinion. You've got Simba, you've got Nala, Rafiki, Zazu, Timon and Pumbaa. I think that's everything. And then you've got the hands there, which I assume is just Jafar looking at the sphere to see kind of like what's going on. The whole idea of the card is amazing. The artwork looks amazing. You've got basically all the iconic characters minus Mufasa from Lion King in there. It's got everything you want. Like to me, that is going to be my number one chase. Like I said, it's probably not going to be the number one card. It'll probably be behind Stitch and Into the Unknown, but it will be one of the top cards, and I would love to pull that. It just looks top tier. Like you've got the Mufasa and Simba cards already that look great, but like, oh, this just it's hard to say that Mufasa's so good, but I think this still just it takes the cake easily. But there you go. That is my list of my top 18 Enchanteds. I'm so excited for the set to come out in a week, realistically in 2 weeks, but you can start getting them in a week. And so I will be opening a booster box, at least maybe a case. We'll see how how things go in the next couple weeks, but I have some cases ordered. I just don't know if I'm gonna open them all, try to trade them, or keep some for my sealed collection. So we'll see. But I'll let you all know. But until then, I'm Rich from Rich TCG Bets, and I'll see you all in the next video.